Remilitarization of the Rhineland. Turkey remilitarizes the Turkish Straits, and we have purged the Kodahar faction. Germany has stationed troops in the Rhineland territory close to the French border in a clear violation of the Treaty of Versailles. Turkey and the Soviet Union have come to an agreement on revising the Treaty of Lausanne. And we're going to guide the Zabatsus, which will get us some more factory construction speed. The largest corporations of our nation have long had unprecedented political and economical power. With some finesse, they may be able to guide their efforts in our favour. Turkey remilitarizing the Straits never seems to have a downside. I think theoretically it could lead to war with the Soviets, but that's just so super unlikely that, yeah, basically. Oh, we could now test the Soviets if we wanted to. Italy took one state. Ethiopia has been annexed. We could modify our officer corps. Oh, that's just because we have political power. Nah. Electronic mechanical engineering. We could also bring in... one of these. So, are we locked into Grand Battle Plan? No, we haven't actually chosen one. No, sorry. Yes, we have. So we are currently Grand Battle Plan. But I'm really tempted to go Superior Firepower just for the extra boom. This is my boomstick! One question. When it says line artillery, does it mean motorized? Yes, it does. Okay, good to know. Mechanical computing. And we're getting some factories. So what do we want to do with these? Probably just more guns. Are we short on anything? Guns. And ship training has literally just finished as I click on it. Fantastic. Oh, you know what I haven't done? I haven't sorted out the submarines. Terrible. Acceptable. Terrible. But they can all be upgraded to the Kaidai 3s. So that is what we are going to do. We're going to upgrade all of these. All of these to Kaidai 3s. And then at that point you can merge together. Oh, that didn't work. It'll take 4 days per ship. And then they're perfectly reasonable tier 1 submarines. Those are all the destroyers. Where are the heavy cruisers? Oh, the heavy cruisers are in that fleet, aren't they? In that case, let's have the destroyers training. Second London Naval Treaty signed. Delegations from Britain, France, Italy and Japan and the US met in December of 1935 to discuss the renewal of the First London Naval Treaty, which restricted the number and the size of the cruisers and submarines. Negotiations turned quite heated after Italy's war in Ethiopia and Japan's desire to be seen as equal to Britain in the US. And we have already been building quite a few new ships. And in fact, before the big ships get too locked in, I'd like these refits to be finished. Hesitating there on the Congo class because I know that is actually legit a good ship. Oh, and I also need to say I want just one of these. Okay. That should give us ample time to get everything built and refitted. And we're starting to really churn these ships out now. That's good. You know what? Let's put you in with them. Which means there's going to be one ship here. Oh no, it was already Kaido, wasn't it? Then Fubuki, that's you. We do have occupations, don't we? And thankfully we already are using cavalry, which we're going to name as police. We're going to make you gavel. And we're just going to make sure that we have those actually assigned to policing duties. They're no different from the cavalry at the moment. And civilian oversight seems to be just fine for all of that. Okay, good. Right, new focus. Which has been running for a while. Shoot. We can mobilize? No reason not to do this. Mobilize. New legislation will make military service more ubiquitous, thereby instilling in people a sense of duty as making the necessity of war clearer to them. Last time I played Japan, I went all in on carrier groups. I centered my naval strategy around being able to have lots of smaller task forces built around a single carrier. This gave me a lot of flexibility to stretch the US Navy in some really poor engagements. My proper battle fleet could then join and inflict serious pain. Yep, that's definitely one way of doing it. Basic machine tools. We're going to go concentrated industry for sure. And now we could get a political advisor. Get the industrial concern. We will eventually need a ship designer because we're getting war mobilization for free. We have loads of manpower. Kawasaki. So maybe I should have gone political power. I just like Kawasaki because it means I can get my industrial stuff done quicker and we can industrialize even faster. Which definitely works for me. Now, are we getting a surplus and stuff? Yeah, trucks and light tanks we are. What is your template like? Oh my god. It's terrible. Well, we can definitely get a couple more of these motorized units going. They're actually pretty decent. Why would you put tanks, light tanks, with infantry? Tank designer. Well, this is only the... Oh, it's 1934. Maybe you're right. Because the next one's not until 40. Oh, but our tank designer is terrible. Ah, not bothered. And yeah, I know I'm not making planes yet. Nationalist Spain declared war on Spain. Construction 1. And we're going to go straight for construction 2. So, as Japan, can I send you volunteers? I can. I can send 3. Alright, so what troops do I want to send? There we go. And then who's going to command this? What field marshals do we have? I'm not going to use you. No, what we're going to do is we're going to promote Yamashita to a field marshal. Nijio would be a good field marshal too. So it is Agagi. So we'll make them all into field marshals. We will send the purples with their volunteers. I'll turn this down so I can actually see what's going on. How many planes can I send you? 173. Wow, that's more than I expected. Seven. So I can send another 63? 66. Streamer maths. Yeah! Got it right! Are we going historical? Yes. Are light cruisers used as streams worth it? I personally think no, with one exception. That's if you're using surface raiders. Light cruisers and heavy cruisers combined are great for that. But just having light cruisers as like a battle fleet screen, they're too expensive. Like battle groups, you just need numbers. Just sheer weight of numbers, and destroyers are just better at that. Do I want a cookie? I mean, I'll definitely say yes. Who wouldn't want a cookie? Government support and control of our research institutions will allow us greater flexibility and productivity in our R&D programs. Good stuff. There's the basic tank chassis, which we could now... well, we can't really start doing anything with, because we don't have any points to upgrade it with. Cookies. Okay, so our units have just arrived. I think I might actually put you under 2 different commanders. So we are going to put Yamashita in charge. We have so many field marshals now. Yamashita in overall command. Oh, you're also politically connected, so you have the experience gain reduction. Damn it. Never mind, you are a brilliant strategist. And then the Marine Commander. Imamura. For sure. And then our motorized guy. Yamada, maybe? Or one of the field marshals and we train them up. No. Yamada. Okay, so I would say that what we want to do is punch through there if we can, which is going to be your job. Let's follow the railroad. And then we'll have the Marines. Yeah. Off we go. Here come the Italians and the Germans. And my planes arrived. They have. Good stuff. Now, I don't have a huge amount of command power left. Do I have enough staff plans? Yes, I definitely do. You know what? Staying right there is the same. Staff office plan. Let's get that planning prep going. And then punch some holes in them, please. Okay, good. So now we should start gaining some army experience from all of this. Oh, look at that go up. Beautiful. We'll be able to change our templates and get some better commanders with that. Faux show. And it looks like our Marines are going to win that one pretty easily. We've got some more of these Fubakis. Let's go ahead and put you in that fleet. How is the actual naval construction coming along? We are now refitting the subs. Glorious! Should get that done pretty quickly. Am I going to go Hoi 4 historical Japan attack Philippines, or am I going to go real historical and attack Pearl Harbor? Pearl Harbor's dependent on the decision. It really depends on whether the Americans are actually keeping any battleships there. If they don't, then you can't do it. Helson coming in with a 46-month resubscription. Thank you very much for the ongoing support there, Helson. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything's good. For the Rising Sun. Heck yeah. At least I believe that's what the requirement is. I do, however, reserve the right to be wrong. Actually, is your range? Yeah, you can actually reach all of this. I'm good. 99 and 100. Thankfully, we do have a pretty good rate of command power gain, because we're absolutely burning through planning preparation. It's getting us a lot of experience, which is fantastic. Wondering if I should be building more trucks, less tanks. With that, I think it's probably worth buying in some Dutch East Indies rubber right now. Also need to keep an eye on our fuel reserves. Okay, you can go and join that attack. You guys are launching your own into Caspe, which looks like it will probably be a success. Oh, we don't have the offensives yet. So everything's having some massive negatives. Now we can nationalise the war industry, which I think would be a good idea. Increasing state control over our war industry will go a long way towards improving efficiency and therefore output. Have I been going heavy on battleships or carriers? Neither yet. Too early. We're probably actually relatively close to being able to design medium tank. Try and produce something that's cheap and cheerful. Which this definitely would be. And the main thing I want is for it to be quicker. Because I'd like for it to keep up with the motorized. Ha-chi-ha. We are currently researching basic engines. 29 days, and that'll be ready. I think we'll probably do something like that. A cheap, quick, medium tank to have with us in Japan, in China. How's the tech for the Navy when do they start ahead? Haven't seen you research any. They're on time with cruisers, they're a bit behind with battleships, they're on time with carriers and submarines, they don't have magnetic detonators. It's not bad. The things they're lacking on is destroyers, which historically Japan was lacking for destroyer stuff. Their destroyers were poor, to say the least. Which is why the Allied submarines could kind of just tear through them. It was a massive strategic oversight, considering Japan's even more reliant on imports than Britain is. Okay, done. Now, do we have any nice rivers to be fighting over? Yes, we do. Although, do you already have the river? No, river crossings engineer, isn't it? Yes, it is. Engineering. Take the train. Casco's fallen. And the other thing I should actually do is train some more marine divisions. Want to have those in good numbers, if possible. Is this multiplayer? No. So less the destroyers are bad than their anti-submarine technologies. Doctrines were bad. Look at the battle type Guadalcanal for what the Japanese destroyers could do. True. Japan went all out on destroyers when the Americans started bragging about how good the subs and torpedoes were and depth needed for them were due to the destroyers being so weak. Well, yeah, I mean, America had their own torpedo issues. And Japanese torpedoes were, by all accounts, flipping amazing. Expensive, but amazing. And there's the basic engine, so hopefully we can now go and design that medium tank. Although, is it basic armor protection that gives me welded armor? It is. But I think for these I'm okay with riveted. Because again, cheap. I just want these to be cheap. Because our opponent's going to have nothing that can really counter this. The most expensive thing I'm going to give them is the Christie suspension. .1 production. I'd say that's pretty decent.